On this episode of Take One, information you may not have known about Boise State campus.
And later in the show, Florida residents are taking part in some weird fetishes. These stories and more up next on Take One.
Welcome to Take One. Thanks for joining us. I'm Laramie Lavala.
And I'm Chloe Ball.
Have you ever looked at your schedule at the beginning of a semester and tried to figure out where your classes are, only to see the abbreviations ERB or MPCB? These abbreviations can be confusing, especially for new students. But luckily for you, the Office of the Registrar has an entire page on their website dedicated to classroom location abbreviations. To find it, just go to boisestate.edu/registrar. And if you need detailed directions to your classroom or campus restaurants or student housing, they've got you covered at maps.boisestate.edu. But don't worry if you do get a little lost, we've been there.
The Boise State Bronco card has a ton of uses, from allowing dorm and recreation center access to providing meal swipes on campus. But just like milk, bread, and that leftover spaghetti in your fridge, your Bronco card also has an expiration date, and it's located on the back. Although it's valid for a 6-year period, returning students and staff will need to reactivate their card if they want to use it. To renew your Bronco card, head to the information desk in the sub. Just bring a valid ID and $25 and you'll have access to your favorite events and campus locations in no time.
The Visual Arts Building has introduced metal crafting to students.
Emery Moore has more on the Art Metals Club.
With the opening of the new Center for Visual Arts, BSU students now have a place to get their hands dirty and be creative. I'm Emery Moore, and here's what to know about the Art Metals Club at Boise State.
The Art Metals Club is demystifying the metal smithing wonder, I guess. There's so many opportunities and techniques and methods that we just scratch the surface of here in class. And so for people who are extra enthusiastic or want to learn more or even want to share, it's a place to gather and grow your skills and do that little extra. We do some community outreach right now. The banging inside, we're making bowls for the empty bowls that happens in Boise. I think it's 16 years now. We are hammering aluminum bowls, so people in the community who have never touched a piece of metal and made it into something else are coming in today, and they're learning a few things. They'll leave here with maybe a new skill set, and a lot of people will, maybe they're interested in learning or will join the class next time, so that's kind of fun for us.
For more information, search Art Metals Club at boisestate.edu. I'm Emery Moore, and that's what to know about Boise State.
Orientation leaders are usually our first impression to Boise State, and they play an important role in helping new students and their families transition to life on campus. Current students hoping to develop their personal leadership style and gain professional confidence might want to consider becoming an orientation leader themselves. Each semester, new student programs encourages students with a wide variety of backgrounds to apply, such as non-traditional students, veterans, out-of-state students, and transfer students. For more information, visit boisestate.edu/NSP or boisestate.joinhandshake.com.
Does this winter weather have you feeling a little bit blue? Are you a bit down and under the weather? With a hectic schedule, it's hard to find time for ourselves, but studies show that taking just 10 minutes a day for some me time can make a positive difference in our health. Students often develop seasonal depression this time of year, but we have a solution to help you combat the gloom. The Oasis Room, or relaxation room at the University Health Services, might be the place for you to get your pep back in your step. The Oasis Room offers many amenities such as vitamin D light, which helps to improve sleep and serotonin levels by increasing melatonin. The Oasis Room also has a massage chair, stress balls, and other amenities to help create a calming atmosphere for stressed out students. It's located on the second floor of the Norco building, and students can use the Oasis Room for free all year. So go ahead and pencil yourself into your schedule for some much needed downtime.
A lot of students take their bikes or skateboards to class. Trish Braun has more on when and where wheels are safe to use.
Many students are finding faster ways of transportation to get to their next class. However, some places are a pedestrian only zone. I'm Trish Braun, and here's what to know about riding wheeled vehicles in the Boise State Quad. The quad is a pedestrian priority zone and requires all students on wheeled vehicles to dismount and walk through. There are multiple signs posted throughout the quad reminding students to please be courteous in the pedestrian zone. The no wheel zone includes bicycles, skateboards, rollerblades, and any other wheeled vehicle. However, many students disregard or are unaware of this rule. This can result in students running the risk of injuring themselves or injuring other people passing through the quad. Not only that, but students can get fined over $20 for not following this rule. This isn't to say bikes aren't welcomed at Boise State. There are many dedicated paths to ride your wheeled vehicles such as the Greenbelt and many bicycle paths throughout campus. If you aren't walking and instead transporting on wheels around campus, be aware of the pedestrian priority zone located in the quad. I'm Trish Braun, and that's what to know about riding wheeled vehicles in the Boise State Quad.
Well, thank you, Tricia. That is some very helpful information.
It's very important to stay safe on campus. Now over to Ben Luca and Eric Ryan.
Thanks, guys. If you've ever been to Florida, get tested immediately for everything. That place is bonkers. Florida has alligators, hurricanes, and quite possibly the strangest people on earth. Exhibit A. This guy in Bradenton, Florida, woke up to quite a surprise when he found an intruder sucking on his toes. I mean, are you that surprised? I'm not. He's not. And if you're living in Florida, getting your toes sucked on probably doesn't even crack the list of the top 10 weirdest things that have happened to you that day. But regardless, the guy whose toes were getting sucked on was pissed. Somehow he was able to force the intruder out of his house, where he proceeded to fight him. However, the intruder escaped and since then has been successfully avoiding the long arms of the law, which, in Florida, is honestly easy as hell. I mean, a police officer in Florida is a contradiction. Being a police officer in Florida is like being the only adult at a preschool made of broken glass and extremely poisonous animals. All right, kiddos, watch your step. Timmy, don't lick that frog again. You know what happened last time. Martha, get that panther's toes out of your mouth.
If you're from Boise, then you have most likely heard about the proposition for an event center housed in a botanical garden called the Garden of Xanadu. Well, Meridian wants a garden too, but their name development team was not as snappy as Boise's, as made obvious by the Garden of Gustapolopoulos. But what the Garden of Gustapolopoulos lacks in euphonious word arrangement, it makes up for in sheer size. The Garden of Gustapolopoulos is just flat out big. Critics call the Garden of Gustapolopoulos the biggest waste of time in Idaho. Literally. Personally, I've never called the Garden of Gustapolopoulos because up until these last 6 takes, I couldn't even pronounce it correctly. The biggest tourist attraction and all-around moneymaker at the Garden of Gustapolopoulos is the gargantuan gypsophila, which looks like a giant bush of popcorn. But please, for your own sake, do not eat any of the flowers off the gargantuan gypsophila, as it has profound psychosis-like effects on the brain that make you believe you are standing in a place of idyllic magnificence and beauty. But don't be fooled, because you're not. You're standing in the Garden of Gustapolopoulos.
If you've ever wanted to be a Jedi, Boise State might have the thing just for you.
Emery Moore tells us about the Jedi Academy Association.
Cosplay is all the rage right now, but one club at Boise State is taking it to a whole new level. I'm Emery Moore, and here's what to know about the Jedi Academy Association at Boise State.
So the goal of our club is basically to get a group of like-minded people with similar interests and goals in life, and that kind of want to get out every other Monday, exercise a little bit. We also want to try and include as many people as we can in that goal. So we want to make sure that we can reenact Star Wars on a level that anyone can join in on, no matter what sort of physical limitations they might have or lack of knowledge they might have on the subject. That's kind of our goal. And then also compete in a yearly film competition, which is pretty fun. If you want to get involved, it's super easy. You just have to contact one of the officers. You can find us on OrgSync, and we'll let you know when our next meeting date is, and you just show on up. And from there, we'll get you thrown straight into what you need to be doing. We'll teach you everything you need to know. We'll teach you how to make your own costume. Or we have people in the club that can help you make your costume, if you're more into that. You basically just have to show up. Just come to one meeting, and you're all set to go.
So if you would like to learn more, search Jedi Academy Association on Facebook. I'm Emery Moore, and that's what to know about Boise State.
Man, that Jedi Academy looks pretty cool. Maybe you could check out like a Padawan Academy or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, me and Baby Yoda could hang out or something.
Yeah, you guys share similar, infantile, personalities.
Gotta be watched.
You guys should check into that preschool in Florida, actually.
Hey, I don't know. It might be a little dangerous for me.
Back to you guys.
That's all the time we've had for you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Laramie Lavala.
And I'm Chloe Ball. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Take One.